Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing well. I am here today with kind of a extension of my little challenge that I had, and this challenge really is for anybody, but it's mainly for myself. I have a pile of things on my desk that need to be put away that kind of don't belong there. You know how you end up after you do a bunch of projects. Now, that's not to say that's all I need to put away, because I've got mounds of stuff sitting outside of my craft room that I need to put away, but I'm kind of doing it in a slow, methodical way so that I don't just stash everything, and I'm kind of doing some reorganizing. When I'm done, I'll show everybody that. But what my challenge was basically is to take the things that were immediately on my desk that, you know, really most of them don't belong there. Some of them do. Some of them are things I keep. Like I do keep little pieces of scrap paper here on my desk and a lot of tools, but I don't keep that many supplies. And the challenge really is to use the things that I have, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. I've got this box that I just had put on my desk, and it's just full of all kinds of things that really don't belong there. Like this should go in my scrap pile, most of it. These are just different things that I probably was going to use and then I changed my mind. You know, or things, I don't know about you, but whenever I do stuff and I have this big mess on the floor, by the time I get done, I've got stuff all over the floor, little pieces of things, and I kind of counted that because it falls like right underneath my feet. But anyway, you're allowed to, or I'm allowed to, you are too, you can do whatever you want. But to use things like tools, obviously, that aren't on your desk, you know, punches or whatever, stamps, things like that, I consider those tools. Cutting things, you know, dryers, glue guns, things like that, embossing tools or whatever, and supplies like ink or paint or glue, things like that. Okay. As far as papers and things like that, I'm really just using only what I have here. Okay. Now, granted, I do have a stack of like just extra papers that I have. I'll just kind of show you what I'm talking about. I do have a stack of things like this. Like these are my small pieces, and I kind of keep those close to hand. And then I have like my cut off pieces. I'll show you those. Or, you know, just things that I keep just so that I can back things and stuff like that, so I don't have to walk across the room to get them. And I have that collage stuff. That's really the only thing. I had a few pieces of things that I had printed out that don't belong here. I showed you those before, and we used those on my last journal. I don't really have much pattern paper at all. I had a couple of pieces of scrapbook paper that were just laying around. This is all I have left of it. So I don't have a lot to work with. And it's kind of good, because what I'm finding is the less I have, the easier it is to make things. I mean, it really is. I think sometimes when you have too much to choose, you think too much and you spend too much time deciding, and I don't know, it was actually kind of fun. But I want to show you what we made. This is what we made last time, and I did change a few things. Some of y'all may have noticed. I added this little pink up here just so that you guys could see the kind of the pink. There's pink in here, and I put the little pearls down here. I don't know if that was on there. I raised this up a little, and then I added, this was already added on there, but I put it a little higher because I wanted to be able to put this tie on there and not have it go across her face, and I think it's a little bit more balanced. Anyway, I think that turned out super cute. It's just a little writing journal. I mean, it's not anything, you know, super spectacular, but I think it would be a cool gift to give somebody. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a giveaway, right? But anyway, there's that. And then here's the other one. I did add a little bit of this. I found this lace in my little stash, and I found this little butterfly. I don't actually have that many little things in there because I think recently I cleaned all that up. So I just have a few things, but I found this pink butterfly, and so I have these pearls, and I put those on there. And I thought that was just really super cute. That, I think everything else I did with y'all, so I think that one turned out cute. Again, it's just a little writing journal. It's not decorated. I mean, I guess you could decorate it. If you put a lot in there, you would probably need to tear out some pages, but I think it turned out super cute. All right, and then the time before that, we made all of these little decorative clips, and I love these. I think, considering I had very, very little to work with, I think they turned out super cute. And they're all paper clips, and this was with the little pieces from my organizing. This is what I had left over, so I don't know if you guys can see all that. And this is just with the little tidbits of things that I found on my desk. I mean, so, and there we go, and there we go. All right, so I'm going to put these aside because I just wanted to show you what we'd already done. And now what I want to do is, I kind of already gathered up some stuff so you didn't have to see me sort through it. And I'm spending a lot of time in my editing, just editing out me sorting through things. So I thought, well, I'll just edit, I'll just take that part out, and then I won't have to edit it out later. So, and you'll just have to trust me that I found them on my desk. This challenge is more for me than anyone else, but I do want to say I have a Facebook group. It does not have a lot of people on it, and I don't post that much on it, and I need to get more active in it. But anyway, you can go to my Facebook group, which is Rehatch Designs, Tina Williams, and ask to join, and you know, we'll share. If you want to share the things that you've done with just stuff on your desk, that'd be great. And I am going to be doing it through the end of January, and then I'll be posting who wins a prize. And so far, we haven't had many entries, so your chances of winning are pretty good. And then also too, if you want to follow along with me, that would be great. I have no big expectations of doing this for very long because I'm running out of stuff and I need to move on to some other things. So I'm just going to really be doing it for a few more days, and I don't know how many more videos I'll post. I think 1 or 2, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. And also too, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please consider doing so. I do give out periodic prizes when I hit major milestones, and they are pretty big. So if you look back, you'll see that they're pretty big ones. And I'll be hitting 5,000 subscribers soon, I hope. And when I do, there'll be a big prize for that. But I also give periodic ones out. Periodically give some out. And the way that it works is every time you comment on a video of mine, whether it's new or old, you are entered in a giveaway. And I do it, you know, chronologically, and it will be this one is from my last giveaway, which was quite a long time ago, when I hit 4,000. And from that point on, I keep track of all the comments in the order that they come in. So if you watch 10 videos and comment on each video, you'll enter 10 times. You can't comment more than once. I mean, you can comment all you want, but you're only entered one time, okay, for that video, okay? But if you watch 10 videos in one day and you comment on each video, then you're in 10 times. So that's kind of how it works. So, and you can watch old videos. They don't have to be new videos. You can watch old ones and comment, okay, because they're out there. Do know, though, sometimes when y'all comment on something, if it's been out there for 2 or 3 years, I don't always remember exactly, you know, if there's a question, I have to really research. So I might not be able to have the answer right away. So, but anyway, that's how you enter in my giveaways. They're just ongoing, okay? Because I like to give away stuff. And I am doing some destashing, and I am going to be doing some more giving away. But it's going to be, I'm not going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to say when I'm going to do it. I'm just going to have a video, and on that day, whoever comments, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll give it out the next video. I'm just going to do it that way because I don't want people to watch my videos just so that they get a giveaway. I want it to be because they organically really want to watch my video. That being said, I need to be quiet, don't I? All right, so what I did is I bypassed all of the gathering stuff because I realized that that was just taking up a lot of time. And so this is kind of a crazy thing. It's kind of a crazy challenge. I said to myself as I was sorting through all this stuff, I bet I have enough stuff there just to do a journal. I bet I have enough. Now, what this is, these are all these papers, and these were all in, probably what happened is I was doing a journal and then I decided not to use these papers, you know, so I have all this stuff, and usually what it is I didn't use something that I thought I would use, okay, but they don't belong in my stash of stuff up there. It's more like those are like bits and pieces or things I can use to back things. Basically I have stuff for collage, and then I have stuff to back things. I do have, when I print labels and stuff, you know, I don't know if you know about when you do your postage label, and I have it by 8.5, 11 sticky sheets. The other half is like, you know, can't use it. So what I do is I cut those off and I keep those. Stuff like that I have. You know, just, I don't really keep a lot of whole sheets of anything unless it's stuff I use for backing. Anyway, this was in that stash, and this is an envelope that is, let me see here, leave all this stuff over. This is 12 by 9, which is the perfect size for a journal. And I thought, well, why don't I use that for a cover, because I didn't really have anything else for a cover. And then I have all these different papers that I found in there. I have a couple of bags. At first I was going to use a bag, and then I found that, but I thought I'm going to use that in the journal. And then I have all this stuff that I found. And like I said, more than likely at one point these were supposed to be a page in a journal or something, and I decided not to use them, and so that I had them all lying around. Got a couple doilies, some other paper. Now this yellow paper isn't really the color I want to use, but I'm going to fix that up a little bit. And then this, and I just have, this is what I found. So I've got this envelope. This is all kind of in neutral tones, and I thought that would work really well for this, and I'm going to just use what I have, okay? And the only pattern paper I could find was kind of like this, so I think I might use that on the journal. And I'm only going to use any kind of ribbon or anything that I have on my desk in my stash, which really limits me quite a bit, but that's okay. I really want to live up to this challenge. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to alter this because it's just too plain for me. I'm going to go ahead and close this because I'm not going to keep it open. And I really kind of want it a little bit, I have some vintage photo here, and this is the oxide spray, and I'm going to just take this and put it down a little bit. And I am going to take my water and I'm going to spray a little water in there because I want it a little bit more loose. And I'm just going to kind of see that. I want it a little bit grungy. And I'm going to probably spray more water on it, but I don't want it to be, you know, white. And I'm going to, all right, now needs more right there. And up there. And down there. My sleeves are getting stuff all over it. Look at that. Okay, well, that's all right. It'll come out. Anyway, so then I'm going to do a little bit more water. Pick up some more. Just kind of make it a little bit more grungy. And this is kind of going to be a grungy journal, and it's just going to turn out that way just because those are the kind of papers I found. You know, it'll be shabby grungy, let's put it that way. Alright, I'll keep doing that. And then I'm going to spray this down a little bit. Just do that a little bit more over here. And I'm just picking up what's left over on these little dots everywhere, just to kind of cover it all good. And then I have some spray, and this is like a alcohol and what is it in here? I forgot what I put in there. Honeycomb. Okay, that's perfect. So all this is doing is getting the rest of it kind of a little bit more off-white color. Alright, so I dried it all off, and I think I showed you that I took some gathered twigs and sprayed that on there and just kind of dried it, added a little water because I wanted the back to be a little bit darker, and just adding a little bit extra color will help. And now I'm just going to take, I've got this Tim Holtz stencil, and I am just going to take some gesso, just some white gesso, and I'm just going to go over it with that. You know what, I might use my other one. It's kind of a little bit less shiny than this one. Let me try that. I've got two different kinds here. Let's try this one and see how it turns out. Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're both about the same. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna kind of go over it, and I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to pick up the pattern here and there and try and get that. And this is really thick gesso, so I don't really have a defined pattern that I want, but I want to just get enough of this on there. We'll be putting other things on the cover, but for now, I'm going to put that on. All right, I'm going to put this aside to dry. I think it turned out really cool. I think it's going to be really perfect for what I want to do. I don't want to do it with my heat tool because it sometimes can bubble up, and this will dry pretty quickly. So I'm going to set it aside, and then we're going to work on the pages. And all I'm going to do with that, guys, is I am going to cut my pages down to fit in here and arrange them. Have all kinds of fun stuff. And there's a few that I have to, like, maybe put some washi tape on because I'm connecting them together. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do that. And then, like, see these two? I'm going to put in there, and this one is a dictionary page and one is a other page. And this is, like I said, just what I got out of my pile. I was going to put, and I think I probably still will put, in the middle, I'm going to put this envelope that I found on my desk because I think it's neutral and it'll work. So I'm going to put that in there. So you kind of have to fold it ahead of time, but not put it together to do that. So I'm going to do that. And this is going to go in the middle of my signature. And these are my pages. So now all I'm going to do is just kind of put them in the order that I want them to be in, which I don't really have any specific order, but let's see here. All right. So I think that is going to be my journal right there, guys. So I have no idea how many pieces are in there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's the max I ever usually put in a journal. So that is it, guys. So I don't think this is dry all the way, but yeah, it needs to dry a little bit more. But that is going to fit right in there. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and next step, we're going to put this in the journal. So I have one piece here that's kind of sticking out. But anyway, that's it, guys. That is going to be the journal. I'm going to go ahead and sew it in, and I'll show you that, and we'll decorate the top, and that'll be it for tonight. Okay? Okay, I'm back, and it's the next day. I decided to go ahead and let this dry overnight. One of my sons came over for dinner, and I just decided I'll go ahead and let this dry overnight, and then we'll go ahead and finish it. Before I bind this, I want to add a few things to it. And going through my stash, I really don't have a lot to work with. So what I thought I would do is I have this old, and I had already cut it up some. So I have this part of a doily. It's not the whole thing. I think I was going to put it that way. And I wanted to kind of put it right here and just kind of have it hanging off a little bit, but make it more like a pocket. So I thought that would be kind of cool. And I'm going to put, where I found this here is I found some rusty things in my stash of stuff I had on my desk. So I have this rusty safety pin, and I was thinking I'll just put that kind of, rather than sewing this, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pin it. And I'll probably add more to it, but I want to just kind of get it positioned how I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just sew around here. And I don't know if I'm going to even bother gluing it first. I think I may just sew it. And then I also want to put trim on the inside right here. And again, I don't have a lot to work with, so I don't know. I think I have this one. And I was thinking about putting it like right here. And then I have this other one. I don't think I have enough to do both sides with that. Let me see. Oh, just about. But I often don't like to do this. And then I have this ruffled, but I don't really want the ruffled, but I could make it unruffled. Let's see. Or I could put ruffled on the bottom. Let's see how that looks if I put that. And this is going to go on the inside, not the outside. Put it about right here. And then maybe put this here. And let's see, now I like that. And then this, maybe put right here. Yeah, considering that's all I have to work with, that's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna put this maybe on the inside. How about that? Let's see how that looks. Rather than putting it on the outside. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay. All right, so that's the parts I have to sew. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of just position them in place. And I'm going to sew that. I don't think I'm going to put anything over here. Let me see. I do have this really pretty, very, very old lace. I could put that there. I like having different colors on there and different texture, so I don't know, I may put that on there too. I don't know. Since I have a limited supply, I don't want to overdo it and not have anything left for later. I do like that. But I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I will probably just use my glue stick to kind of tack all this down. And put some right here. After I sew that, I'm going to put this on, and I don't think I'll tack that on first. So I'm going to go ahead and sew all that, and then I will be right back and we will finish this up. All right, so now that I've done that, this is what I end up with, which I think it turned out kind of cool. I'm going to use this pocket to put some things in. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I found exactly what I needed. Where'd my other one go? Here it is. 3 of these bolt pins, and they're rusted. I just had 3, it was interesting. And then I found that one rusted pin there. And I think just for like a little decoration, I had these buttons, and I had a, usually when I go through and I pick out buttons and stuff and then I change my mind, I end up with a bunch of them on my desk, and that's what these are. And so I took the buttons and put them on the rusted bolt pin because I didn't really have anything else to put in the middle of this. So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm doing 3 just because I think 3 always looks better. And they're just going to dangle like that. I'm not sure, you know, it's different, but what the heck, right? Okay, so then what I want to put on front, I'll show you later. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and sew in my signatures because I'm ready to go. And I have all my pages. And I'm going to put them in like that. String here, and let's see, so I have them ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and this is, you know, obviously just one signature, so I can do it without a template. And let me get my stuff out that I use. Where's my thread? Okay, there it is. And I just have, this is kind of like a little kit that I've done myself, I have these large paper clips I use. Let's see. So now that I've done that in my middle, I'm going to go ahead, let me cut those shorter, and I just go ahead and tighten it, and I loop mine around like this just to make sure that I'm catching those threads in there. And you don't have to do that, but I do it because what it does is it puts tension against the other thread, because after I do that, when I loop it, I switch them around opposite ends, and what that does is it pulls on the other threads. You don't want to do it too tight, but you want it pretty tight because that's what, keeps your signatures in. And then I'm going to go ahead and just knot that a couple of times, good and tight, and cut it off short because we're not going to be doing anything with that. And then that will be my envelope there. Go ahead and put some glue.
one. I don't know where that came from. All right. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use to help keep this closed. I'll probably put something on it later, but right now I'm going to just do that. Fold that, so that'll be my envelope right there. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. We'll deal with that. All right, so that's it there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of something right here just to hide the threads. You can't really see them that well because you've got all this other stuff going on. But I do have this. And I want to put that on there. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put a tie on this or not. I have this here, and I have this. I don't know, maybe this one looks better with it. I don't know, see. I think, would I want to double it? It's really weird now that I'm doing this with like just this challenge where I'm only using the stuff that I have. Part of me is just like, well, you know what? If I use it here, I won't have it in. But I'm not going to do that many more things. So I'll just, you know, pick what I want to pick and then worry about it later. I think this might be too thick for what I want to do on the spine. Let's see, I have this piece. I pretty much took out all of the pieces that I was going to use just because, you know, I just didn't want to go digging for them. I don't have that many. I think I'm going to just use this. I think that would be fine. So I'm going to put, oh, I don't want to use that. I want to use my 3-in-1 for that. Just because this is a little bumpy. And I want to make sure that it, you know, it goes on there good. So I'm going to go all the way down with that. Let me see here. Just all the way down here. And I think that's what I want to do. Maybe I'll use this. I don't know. I don't know. This could be cool too. Let me see. I just have so little of that other stuff left. I'm just kind of like, well, I don't know. I might need it for something else. But I'm only going to do a couple more of these videos because I got to get moving on some other stuff. I think for February, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a whole series on finishing projects, because that's kind of what I did last year. Is and I really felt good to get all those projects done that I had started that I never finished. I got a ton of those. You know, I get all these ideas and I start things and then I just, you know, things happen and I don't get to finish them. So, all right, I think that'll work. Let's see. It's bumpy, so it's just taking a little bit more work to put this on there. Cut that. All right, so we got that going, and it's a little crooked. That's a little, needs to move over a little bit. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is very shabby, so I'm not gonna shabby grungy. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to decorate the front a little bit and decide what we're going to do for a tie. And what did I have? I had a few things in here. Okay, I don't have a lot to work with. I really don't. I found this postcard in a stack of postcards that I need to put away, and this is like a I don't know. It's got a 1-cent stamp on it, and I thought that looked really good in front like that. right? Because that's what I'm using to decorate the cover, because I don't have anything else. And then I have this picture, so I think I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to load a few things up in front, and then this I'm going to distress a little bit, maybe, just to kind of make it look a little older. And then, there we go. So that's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to put that in front. I think I really like that thing in there. I want to put a few other things. I found this other postcard of Central Park. I thought that would look cool. There was just something, I don't know what I was using this for either. I can't even remember. So I thought I would put that in there with it. Right? I like to do that. Just kind of have them staggered in there. Not sure if I want her up front. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me. And I have this little envelope, and I thought I could put that in there too. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to put in it. I really have no clue. All right. So anyway, that's going to be my cover, because that's all I have. I don't really have anything else. And then I think, I don't know. Do I want that one? I have this one here. Yeah, maybe that would look better. It's a little darker. So then that is going to go just around here. And I'm just going to tie it in front, because I don't have a lot of decoration in front. But I figured, you know what? That would be kind of part of it, right? And just kind of bundle it like that, you know? Let's see, just like that. And that's it. That is my entire journal. I'm not going to do a whole lot else to it. I thought that would be kind of cute, just like that. Let me make it a little looser here. So that's it, guys. I think it's just a cute little journal for something that we just put together. You know, and you can definitely decorate this up. You could put pockets. You can put, I mean, I'm going to leave it this way and not really, you know, do anything else to it, just because it wasn't really meant for me to decorate. I might, you know, on later things, if I make some decorations, put them in here, just because. But my challenge for me is okay, you've got all this stuff sitting on your desk. Like, see, that's going to make a little pocket, so we could definitely put that like that. Since I didn't add a lot of pockets and things, that's what you would want to do, is maybe go through and do that, right? That way you have little pockets and little places to put things. Another one over here. So really, just from scraps of things I found on my desk, I have this fun little journal. It's a bit grungy. You see, you've got your pockets here. You've got pockets here, here, and of course you can go through and definitely, I mean, I probably have enough paper things on my desk that I could easily add pockets and things like that. And I don't know, I may do that later. But for right now, I think I feel pretty good about just this little journal from stuff on my desk, right? Okay, so that is it. And next time I am going to do some more stuff, and who knows, I might put some of that stuff in here, you know, just to say, hey, look what you can do with junk on your desk. I always hear people complaining that junk journals aren't made of junk, and I don't know, this is really junk. But I think it turned out kind of cute. All right, so that's it, guys. That is all I have for today, and I am going to probably post 2 more videos with this whole series, and after that, like I said, February is gonna, I think I'm gonna call it Finish It February, and I'll be doing some things. I don't know if every time I do a video in February it'll be based on Finish It February, but I am going to be doing a lot of that because yeah, I don't know why. Somehow January seems to be my cleanup month, and then February tends to be my finishing it, you know. And I think it's because when you clean up, you find all these things you haven't finished, and so then you're like, wow, I should really finish that. And so then I end up going, well, I'm going to finish these. But anyway, I think this turned out so cute, way cuter than I thought. I mean, I'm like, wow, that, you know, I mean, it literally was junk on my desk. So, all right, we'll see you again next time. You take care.